Good afternoon. How your baby daddy Senor? Cuz what I'm doing. And your hubby too. How y'all living, fam? It is another amazingly beautiful day up in this beach.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm working on a video.
Oh yes, he's working on a video. And so is Jayla. Both Jayla and Jackson are going to be vlogging. We're heading out of town, you guys, okay? And we are actually here getting ready to drop our little... Where did they go? Let's take a gander. Our little kitties. Oh, I think they're over this way, guys. We're bringing Ziggy and Mello to the pet hotel, okay? Because we want to make sure I'm hitting things. We're taking the kiddos. The kiddos? What are we doing, Jay? We're taking Ziggy and Mello to the hotel. They're inside. We're not going to see them. Come on. So we are taking the kittens to the pet hotel, okay? So here we are at the pet hotel, getting ready to drop Ziggy and Mello off so we can go on our vacation and they can have a little vacation of their own, okay? Thankfully they do have each other, but we are going to miss them. So we're about to bring them in here and get them all checked in.
How can I hold Ziggy?
Of course. Say bye. There you go, baby.
Oh, so scary.
Can you shake it? Mello and Ziggy? Yes. All right, our kitties are dropped off and we're sad, especially because there's a chance they're going to have to be in rooms separately, unfortunately.
And they told us that they would want them.
Yeah, they did tell us that they were going to be in rooms together because they're brothers and we don't want them to, you know what I mean? But they do get playtime together, so that's good. But they're in separate rooms next to each other because they have a full house over here, so let's see how this goes. Yo, we are on vacation, okay? Excuse me. If you've been long time fan bam, you guys already know that every single year we come out to the Lake of the Ozarks and we stay in our condo and we stay here for an entire week, okay? So that is where we are, that is where we is, okay? Getting ready to have some fun today, you guys. We have been here for all of 2 days and so far it has been interesting to say the least. I'm sure you guys saw the title of the video, okay? No, it's not clickbait, okay? We really spent all of yesterday, our first 2 days really here, tending to a sick child, okay? And thankfully things are much better now. However, we did have a very scary moment where we had to take Jayla to the ER. So I'm gonna really do a quick story time as to what happened and how this all came about, okay? And why today is officially our official restart of this trip, okay? Because like I said, the last couple days have been they've been scary, okay? So long story short, last week Jayla had a little stomach bug, right? Or at least what we thought was a stomach bug, right? And you guys know we closely monitor everything with the kids, their behaviors and all the things, okay? And she had an upset stomach for a couple of days, led to some other things that came out the other end, you know what I mean? That didn't come out the way they would like it to, okay? And it was her very first time experiencing that particular type of ailment, okay? All right. So it was a little scary for her because it was her first time ever having dealt with that, you know, so high anxiety, all the things. Got some medicine and, you know, got her on the mend. So some days passed, all is good, okay? Fast forward to us getting here, okay? First day we got here, everything was wonderful, fabulous. And then we get to, because we got here on a Sunday, so fast forward to Monday afternoon, all right? We're getting ready to get out and do whatever we're gonna do, and Jayla starts saying that her stomach is hurting again, okay? And in the same way that she felt it was hurting last week, right? So, of course, we're ready in case anything happens that way. We brought the medications that we had last week that worked last week with her. We brought them here. We always bring medicines and stuff when we come on our trip. So we did have a lot of that stuff here already, so we attempted to give her the same medicines we gave her last week, because like I said, it was a very quick thing. She was not feeling too good, had her reaction, and then she was fine for several days. So we thought that could very well be the case again, but red flag for me because this is the second time in a little over a week that this is happening. So I'm on high alert, but still gave her the medicine, feeling as though maybe something just kind of upset her stomach, you know what I mean, because we're eating out here and that type of thing. So fast forward again to now yesterday, Tuesday, okay, where Jayla woke up feeling like her stomach was still bothering her. At this point, I'm like, we've got to take her to the doctor, okay? Now keep in mind, we are out of town, right? So my first inclination, my first thing was, let's take her to an urgent care, right? But out here, they don't have urgent cares, they have express care, right? And then it's hospitals and your primary care physician if you live out here. So that was not an option. The express care was just not going to give me what I wanted, because I wanted her to get a full look at, you know what I mean? I wanted her to get a full exam with whatever we could possibly offer her to see what we could do to remedy everything, right? Just to make sure she's okay. So we ended up taking her to the ER, you guys. Best decision we could have ever made. Go with your parent gut, okay? It was scary as all get out, you guys. But everyone there was absolutely amazing. Ended up taking her there first thing in the morning on Tuesday. We were there literally all day long. And everyone was super, super sweet. They ran a ton of tests. And originally, we thought maybe she had a little bit too much dairy earlier that morning, okay, because she had cereal and she also had a cup of milk that morning. And of course milk in her cereal, so we thought maybe that kind of agitated her stomach. I was thinking things that maybe she's lactose intolerant, right? Because juice is also lactose intolerant, so I was like, maybe that could be the case. It could have been a UTI, you know what I mean? There's so many things, so I'm thinking so many things in my head, but I just wanted to rule anything and everything I could possibly rule out and get her whatever medications that she needed, okay? Started out with the first few tests, everything came back negative for a lot of the things that I mentioned. And so they wanted to do scans, right? And Jayla was such a champ, you guys. I was so nervous because of the needle for, you know what I mean? The blood work, her very first time having to do that, right? And she took it like a champ. She did so well yesterday. And understand Jayla's not the biggest fan of the doctor at all. She's never been a big fan of the doctor. But one of the things I can say is that earlier on that morning when I was telling Juice we got to take her to the doctor, Jayla was also asking to go to the doctor. So for Jayla to be so nervous about doctors and for her to ask to be seen by a doctor, because she's always nervous about needles and that type of thing, you know it's time to go. You feel me? So she took the blood work needle like a champ. Bless you, baby. And so blood work was going in to get checked out and all the things. And then they came back in and they said, so the doctor wants to go ahead and run some scans. We want to do a CAT scan and just kind of make sure all is good on her insides, okay? Because she was upset, you know, complaining about pain above her belly button in that area. So they just wanted to make sure to rule out things like appendicitis and all of those types of things, kidney, all those things. Of course, when they come in and tell me that they are going to run some scans, of course, Daddy and I's heart just dropped to the pit of our stomach. Now Jackson, of course, is now seeing that, you know, there's something more, you know, that could be going on because we don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Jayla went and had her scans done, and she did amazing with those as well. As scared as she was, she wanted to get to the bottom of what was happening too, right? And I'm really proud of her for that. And I told her that, you know, yesterday, especially when we got back, I said, I'm so proud of you for advocating for yourself and saying you want to be seen by a doctor, despite how scared you are of going, you know? Because one of the things I'm always talking to her about is just using your voice, you know? If you feel something, say it, you know? So, anyway, she ended up getting scans done, right? Scary moment, you guys, because you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what they're going to see, you don't know why they're taking these scans, and of course they're trying to be cautious, but you're thinking of all worst case scenarios in your head, and of course trying to stay as optimistic as you possibly can, and then you're sitting to yourself like, if anything else more were to come up or take place or they see anything. We're not even in St. Louis with her primary care physician. We're at the Lake of the Ozarks, so if there's anything that has to happen, it would have to happen here and right this very minute. Like, you're thinking of all the things. My family's not here. Your head is going everywhere. everywhere. My stomach was in knots. I was in just, it was just scary, okay? But Jayla did incredible. And long story short, it turns out that all is good. They've ruled out everything possible, the kidneys, appendicitis, all of those things, UTIs and all of those things. And long story short, she's just a bit backed up, okay? So they gave us what we need to give her to kind of get her going again, okay? And we left, right? Thankfully, there was nothing more than just that. But, oh my God, you guys. I'm so happy we went. We took her there and we just ruled everything we possibly could out, right? Going to ER ain't cheap, okay? Insurance and all, okay? But we just went with our gut, you know. And then when your daughter, especially if they have a temperament like mine where they just have no, I mean, they don't want to go to a doctor to the first, okay? And they're asking to be seen, take them, right? But we were already going to take her regardless because we were just nervous. We wanted to rule out whatever we could. And that's basically where we're at right now. Jayla came back home and y'all, we gave her what she needed. You know, I'd already gotten a bunch of stuff while I was here. I went out late night the night before and went and grabbed a whole bunch of stuff that I could possibly see that would help her. I know apple juice is something that's really good. So I went out and grabbed some apple juice. I got some Pedialyte and that type of thing. So I'd gone out the night before and grabbed all that stuff. So we had a lot of that stuff here already. And she came home, and within the first maybe 30 minutes that we got home after having given her what she needed to take, she did her doo-doo, okay, and was very happy and excited about it, okay? When I say it was a party in this house when she went, okay, it was hilarious and amazing all at the same time. She even asked if I could record her while she was having a celebratory dance, okay? So anyway, you guys, that is how our vacation started, you guys. Yeah, Jayla is doing great right now, as you can probably hear in the background. She's been watching her show Moon Girl, okay? If you guys have not watched that show, it's absolutely adorable. I think it's on Disney, and it's the cutest little black girl superhero, honey, okay? So, highly recommend. I think it's called Moon Girl, but she has been watching that show, and they're just hanging out before we go and grab us some breakfast, okay? So that's what happened. That's how we pretty much got here, okay? And started off here, okay? But yeah, thankfully all is good. So that's what happened. I'm just thankful that we went with our gut and took her to the doctor. Or took her to the ER, okay? That being said, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and hit the road, okay? Because we're gonna go and actually check out some amenities on site, okay? So we're gonna go and do that. Gonna have some breakfast, and then we're gonna decide what we're gonna do for the day. Because look, we lost 2 days, not lost, but we didn't really. We've had a great time these last couple days. So I'm not even gonna act like we haven't had fun, because just being together is fun, okay? We've been just laughing and having a ball. Plus, we brought a lot of stuff to entertain here at the house too. However, we haven't gotten out and done much, you know, outside, okay? And so we are getting out today for our first time of this trip. But first, we about to have some breakfast, so let's go. Here are the kiddos chillaxing. Look at them. Hello, my loves. Good morning, pineapple.
Why am I blue?
Y'all, let me tell y'all, when I tell y'all it just feels so good to have Jayla back.
Did they even know that Jayla was feeling it?
Yes, they do now.
Go to the emergency room.
Yeah, we had to go to the emergency room, y'all. She was down bad, y'all. And when I tell y'all, it feels so good to have her in full energy, okay? That's all Jackson and I and Daddy have been saying for the last 24 hours. Like, we are so happy to have her at full energy, or her little goofy self. You happy to have your twin sister all the way back, Jax? He kept saying that. He was like, it feels so good to have Jayla back.
Yay, I got some things.
Jayla, you feeling good today?
Hello.
Hi, you feel good? Good. Let's go eat. Okay, real quick, because I never do these, I thought I would show you guys some of the outfits I rock on this trip, okay? You guys, I'm using a new tripod, still do not know how to properly use it, but I wanted to show you guys a few of the pieces I wear while I'm down here. One of the things that I've made a point to really do over these last few months, and what I'm gonna be doing moving forward, is just getting back to getting dressed up again, okay? And my level of dressing up is gonna be a little different now, you know? I'm a mommy, right? Not saying that that changes anything. I'm not gonna not dress up. I'm not gonna never be sexy, okay? Because it's important to do those things as well. But because I'm always on the go, I have a tendency to just throw whatever on, okay? And you guys know I'm on this journey of just trying to get back to myself, the newer version of me, whatever that looks like, right? And it's been an amazing journey ever since. But one of the things that I've noticed is that I've just kind of let my appearance fall by the wayside. And when I say that, I mean everything. The whole reason I started my fitness journey recently and just kind of rebooted it and did all of the things was literally because of that fact. Just wanted to get back to physically being me, but also getting back to giving a daggone about what I look like when I walk out the door just to take Jayla to dance or Jackson to basketball, okay? So these are the things I'm just doing just to kind of make sure that I'm staying on top of taking care of me, okay? And it doesn't mean I'm gonna be dressing up every day, putting full glam, beating my face and all the things, none of that, okay? It's gonna be things like this, where I look like a human being, I'm looking cute, I'm looking presentable, I'm looking dressed, okay, right? But it might be more on the casual side, but I just want to make sure that I'm tending to me, right? And making sure that I'm also taking care of my appearance just as much as I put in the effort and energy to make sure that they look good walking out the door too, okay? So with that being said, anything that I share with you guys in my vacation videos will always be featured in the description box down below, okay? So if you ever have a question or any of that type of thing, or if you notice something's not linked, make sure to comment and I will make sure to link it. But I will make sure to leave every outfit that I share with you guys down below, including anything that we use on this trip, because we always have some fun things we use on our travel, right? With that being said, you guys, I have to show you guys this bodysuit first and foremost, okay? This comes in packs of 3, comes in a variety of different colors. It is ribbed, you guys, okay? Not only that, but it is body contouring, okay? And y'all, the pack that I got of these bodysuits is the yellow, black, and white set, okay? And what you're gonna see on the bodysuits, okay, is that, and you may not be able to see it very well, there you go. So you see how there's a chunk right here that has a little bit of a different ribbed pattern. When I saw that on the site, I was like, is that gonna show? Okay, because that's the part that sucks you in, that holds you in. That's the contouring part, okay? The little body slimming part does not show. This is where it is, and you can't even tell. It looks like the rest of the ribs when you're rocking it, right? So when I tell you these things are not a joke, so incredibly comfortable, okay? Very form-fitting. I'm wearing a size small for reference. I'm 5'8" for reference as well. I also have the cutest pair of jean shorts on as well. Also fitted, stretchy, okay? So I sized down on these shorts, okay? Just FYI, I'm a size small in these, but there's a lot of stretch in them, okay? They come in a ton of different colors. So let me go ahead and move you guys down so you guys can see the shorts, okay? Take a look at the shorts, you guys. Boom. Okay, not only are they incredibly comfortable, super stretchy, I'm not having any issues with them rising up, okay, because I'm high-waisted, so those things have a tendency to happen when I rock any kind of jean shorts or jeans. They are sitting where they're supposed to sit, fitted in all the right places, okay, so incredibly comfortable. These come in a ton of different colors as well, and tons of different sizes, okay, but you guys, look how cute, okay? Cinching me in, holding me in all the way, and all I'm doing is rocking it with a pair of white chucks, okay? And we're keeping it super duper casual. You guys, these little bodysuits are perfect to layer, okay? So don't think that this is just reserved for summer. You can rock these in the fall, the winter, with a little blazer over it, or you know what I'm saying, a jean jacket or whatever the case may be. Like I said, they come in a variety of different colors. You guys, so incredibly well made, okay? So anyway, we are actually gonna go ahead and have us some breakfast. So wanted to just get super comfortable. We are probably gonna go to the pool, which is why this is what I'm rocking. So let's figure out what we're gonna do for the day. Either way, you already know, down below. So guys, ooh, we are on the property, y'all. And look how beautiful it is, you guys. And Jackson's vlogging, Jayla's vlogging too. I'm vlogging him and he's vlogging me. Look how gorgeous. And here's the pool. Okay. They have a little area back there. And the pool only goes up to, let's see, I think 4 feet. Yeah, 4'6". So that's perfect for our littles. Oh, you guys, and look at the lake view. Look at that. Ah, so cute. Look at the water, you guys. Ah. And y'all listen, y'all know how much I love coming out here and being on the water, not in the water. Okay, because y'all listen, with everything going on out here, in these large bodies of water, okay? Oh my Lord, we're not getting in the water at all to the first. The only water we're getting into is in the pool. However, I would love to rent a boat. So I'm hoping we can rent a boat while we're out here, but it's a beautiful week, so they're probably sold out everywhere. We're gonna try. We're gonna make an attempt, okay? But you guys know we love renting a boat and just taking it out and having it for the whole day and just chilling on the water. It's one of the most relaxing things ever. But look at that. Could you imagine having one of these really cool houses on the lake? Yeah. Oh, look at the little birdie. Hi, little bird.
Yo, he was coming towards you.
I know. Hi.
Hi.
So y'all, we missed breakfast, which we had a feeling we were gonna do, okay? But we're gonna stay and have lunch, so y'all know. We don't care. Hakuna Matata. We're just going with the flow. So you guys, we had an amazing lunch. We had so much fun just hanging out and just relaxing together. It was so nice to have Jayla in full effect with all her energy and her appetite, because her appetite was affected too. And as you guys know, the kids are just getting older, and I'm just holding on to every memory humanly possible. I have so many incredible memories as a child here at the Lake of the Ozarks, and now I get to share that with my kids, and that makes me so excited. So stay tuned. So much more to come, you guys. Also, make sure you guys check out the link down below at the top of the description box as well. Check out Jackson's vlog. He vlogged while he was out there. You will love his vlogs. Jayla decided not to vlog, by the way. She decided at the last minute not to, and that's totally okay. So make sure to check out Jackson's vlog down below. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all.